Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of today's newsletter is going to be being spineless and settling. I've got an email here from a viewer. He's been married for 12 years. He's in his late 30s. He's got one child with his wife, and he's not happy. He says he's basically been spineless his whole life, never stood up for himself and what he wanted, and he really didn't even want to be in the relationship, or doesn't want to be in the relationship that he's in, and he's just kind of dithering and hesitating and not really taking any action. So he asked me, he says he knows he wants to end the marriage, but he's like, what do I do? What do I focus on? So I have a quote that I wrote, and then we're going to go through his email. And the quote says, "The world needs and deserves your best contribution, gifts, skills, and talents. By focusing on becoming awesome at doing something for a living that you love, enjoy, and believe in, you will maximize the value that you add to the world. By becoming awesome, you will inspire others to follow in your footsteps and become awesome themselves. This is what leadership is all about. The word lead means to go first. Whether we like it or not, or accept it or not, all of us are collectively co-creating the world we live in and share together. You can either choose to suck at something you hate for a living and deny the rest of us your best gifts, or you can work at becoming great at something you love and make the world a better place. The choice is yours. Choose wisely." So let's go through his email. He says, "Hi Corey, the short and skinny. I've been married for over 12 years. I'm in my late 30s and I have one child with my wife. I come from a household where my siblings and I were raised by a single mom. Our dad died when I was about 3 years old. Mom was domineering, and I definitely sought her approval as a child and eventually an adult until she died. Fast forward to now. I have married a woman like my mom." More reinforcement for the old saying that guys marry women who are like their mothers, and women tend to marry guys that are like their fathers. "My wife comes from a home where her mom was a dominant parent and dad was not present too much. Today, I have a hen-pecked marriage. Something was telling me not to marry this woman, but I was afraid to call the wedding off. Knowing what I know now, I should have never married her." Well, you know what? This could have been me. I was in your situation, but after a year I was like, I knew deep down I should have never done it. But I was a bitch. And I finally grew a set of balls. My testicles fully dropped into the scrotum, into the chicken bag. And I got the fuck out. And I've never looked back. And it was the best decision I ever made in my life. All the experiences I've had since then, fucking amazing. Fast forward to now. Let me go to the next paragraph here. He says, "In any case, I've always had problems getting along with women, even women that I wasn't romantically interested in. Could it be due to being raised by a woman with very little male influence?" Well, yeah, it's like, who's going to teach you how to be a man, what being a man is all about when your father's just simply not in your life? He says, "I've been labeled nice." So that's what happens. Guys that get raised by a domineering mother, they grow up and they become the typical nice guy. "Oh, you're having problems with your car? You know what? I'll bring my toolbox over on Saturday and I'll fix that for you." And she makes him a nice bologna sandwich. He fixes her car, and she's like, "Well, I got plans tonight, so I gotta run." And he's like, "Oh yeah, what are you doing tonight?" "Oh, I got a date. A really great guy I met." And he's like, "Oh, darn it, shucks. Well, maybe one of these days I'll get my opportunity. Maybe I'll come back and I'll fix her kitchen sink next week, and she'll see how really handy I am with plumbing." That's what nice guys do. She fucks somebody else, and she lets you fix her car. He says, "I've been labeled nice many times and friend-zoned a lot growing up. Now I know what that shit really meant. Back to my marriage. It is pretty much a roommate situation. I feel for this guy. Listen to what he says next. Although we sleep in the same bed, we have not had sex in over 5 years. Oh man, come on, dude. Get the fuck out. Part of that reason is due to my regrets of marrying her, and I have cheated in the past in our marriage. I think she found some comfort in having a spineless husband and probably messes around on me, but at this point I don't really care because I want to move on." Well, take some fucking action and do it, dude. It's not like you're getting any younger. Your life is zipping by. Every day that you spend wasting your life with her, you keep yourself from the kind of person that you really deserve to be with, and you keep her from the kind of person that she really deserves to be with. And you continue to set a shitty example that your kid's going to grow up and emulate unless you give them something better to emulate. I anxiously want to correct this and divorce her, but we have a lot of accumulated debt together. I want to end this marriage, get on with our lives, and do the best by our daughter, but I am so confused right now. It's like I am in a daily depression cloud. When it's time to go home from work or school, a dark cloud comes over me. That is life's way of telling you that what you're doing is not working and you need to make a fucking change. And there's no reason to stay in your marriage just because of the debt. I mean, go get yourself a bankruptcy attorney. Wipe that shit out. I mean, you can rebuild your credit in 2 to 3 years and get another house with whoever you end up with 2 to 3 years from now. Why torture yourself? I mean, hell, Donald Trump did it with a couple of his companies before. It worked for GM. I mean, it's not the personal, it's just fucking business. Use the bankruptcy court, the bankruptcy system to wipe that shit out. Or at least reduce it to a smaller, manageable payment. It's like, fuck that, man. Why torture yourself over it? People go, oh, you're going to ruin your credit. It's horrible. So what? You can rebuild it. 3 to 5 years, you can have perfect 700 credit score again. Go lease a car before you file your bankruptcy with a small payment because they're not going to take a lease away. It's basically a car rental. And then that way you go through the bankruptcy and then you got a steady car payment that you're making with your lease payment. And then that helps you rebuild your credit. And you got a decent car to drive. It's a great way to go about it. Go to, like I said, talk to talk to a divorce attorney as well, but also talk to a bankruptcy attorney. If you got a shitload of debt, you want to get out from underneath it, wipe that shit out, man. It's nothing personal, it's just business. Banks do it. I mean, at the end of the day, most people don't realize that when they take out a car loan or a home loan or a jet ski loan, or they charge money to their credit card, that money that they're lending you, they don't actually have that money. The money is created the moment that you create the loan. So you go to, and people don't realize that, because our banking system is based upon fractional reserve banking. And so what that means is that any bank, the way they work is that the money, because most people think that they go to a bank and borrow money, they're borrowing basically the money of all their depositors, which that's not true. It may be only partially true because the deal is, at least in the United States, banks are allowed to create 10 times leverage. So if the bank has $1,000 in savings, my money, your money, everybody else's money, they can create up to $10,000 for that $1,000 that sit in their accounts, which is really their depositors' money, out of thin air. So if a bank has $1 million in depositors' money, they can create $10 million out of thin air and lend it at interest. What a great business model! You can create money out of thin fucking air just by people borrowing it from you. Isn't that great? And so not only do you get paid back money you didn't have to begin with, but you get paid back all the interest and the fees. What a great fucking business model. I mean, obviously, if you wipe that shit out in a bankruptcy or you don't pay those things, then the bank has to take that against their profit and loss. But you know what? It's nothing personal. It's just business. Banks don't give a fuck. You're a number to them. Oh, you don't pay your mortgage? I mean, if you have a $500,000 house and you've been paying on it for 29 fucking years, and you got, say, $5,000 left in your payments, and you don't make those last few payments, they come and they take your house, and they then go and sell that house, and all that equity they get for selling your house, they keep it all. You get nothing. They take your house and they take your equity, and you get nothing. Nothing personal, it's just business, man. It works for big corporations, it works for Donald Trump. I mean, companies do it all the time. Don't feel bad about it. Like I said, lease a car payment before you do the bankruptcy. That's, say a 3 to 4 year lease. That's what's going to rebuild your credit. 2 years after your bankruptcy's done, you'll get flooded in the mail with Visa cards and MasterCards. People want to lend, have you take out credit cards. So it's not a big fucking deal. Like FHA loans, Fannie Mae loans, you have to be out of bankruptcy. I think it's 3 years before you can get a new loan. So I was like, whatever. Don't stress about it, man. It's not worth it. I mean, you got to look at money as it's a utility. That's really why the banking system exists. It's a utility to facilitate living. We come into this world to enjoy our lives, not be fucking debt slaves. One thing I don't like at all is like student loan debt. That's the only thing you can't wipe out in a bankruptcy. That is fucking unconscionable. Putting our children in a debt that they can't fucking discharge, having them go out and spend $100,000 to get a fucking degree that's fucking worthless, and they can't ever discharge that debt for a fucking worthless degree. That is bullshit. That is fucking absolute bullshit. Putting our children in debt like that is fucking ridiculous. I'm not going to go off on a tangent, but like I said, you need to look out for yourself, dude. It's nothing personal, it's just business. Get yourself a bankruptcy attorney, get yourself a divorce attorney, and just fucking, that should be what you do. Go talk to a divorce attorney and a bankruptcy attorney, and just handle that shit, man. Don't stress about it. So what? So what? You ruin your credit. You can rebuild it in 3 to 5 years. Big fucking hairy deal. He says, I'm reading your book for the second time now, but stopping to watch the videos you mentioned before proceeding to the next section. Good job. Repetition is the mother of skill. I am watching your videos for some encouragement. I've told my wife several times that I want a divorce. However, I keep thinking back to our debt together and our daughter. Your daughter deserves to see you happy, doing something you love for a living, and presenting her with a great example of dad being crazy and head over heels in love with a great woman who loves him back. Because then she knows what to look for. Right now, all you're doing is teaching her how to be dysfunctional like you and your wife. That doesn't serve her, it doesn't serve you, and it doesn't serve your wife. You can do fucking better, and your daughter deserves better, dude. Fucking handle that shit now. He says, I don't want to be one of those should-have men when I'm on my deathbed. I want to end this marriage, work on myself a lot, get my self-esteem and self-confidence back, and snatch my balls back from my wife. I want to have that relationship where my significant other and I love, respect, and support each other and not feel like it's forced. It's time for me to man the fuck up. Yeah, I know I'm going to receive a come on, man, and I'm waiting for it. Come on, man. Make it fucking happen. Take action right now. As soon as you finish watching this video, pick up the phone, call some divorce attorneys, call some bankruptcy attorneys, and do some consultations and find out what you need to do to get your shit handled. Discharge that bullshit, man. Don't stress about it. Don't be a fucking debt slave. It's unnecessary. Where do I begin? Well, I think I just told you where to begin. I'm looking forward to your honest, blunt, cuss-filled response. Kick me in the ass as hard as you can with the truth, sir. I so badly need it. Just take care of it, dude. I told you what you need to do. You need 2 attorneys. Divorce attorney, bankruptcy attorney, and get that fucking shit handled. That's your starting point. Take action. So if you'd like to get my help personally, the quickest way is to book a paid phone, Skype, or email coaching session. You can choose any of those options by going to my website, clicking the products tab at the top of your screen, and just follow the instructions for booking whichever option works best for you. And I will talk to you soon.